Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Pisces, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for January 27th to February the 2nd. This week, Pisces, we have the Trust the Niggle Oracle card. We have the Four of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Three of Wands, beautiful full energy, Queen of Cups, and the Devil. So you're being asked to trust your intuition closely and strongly this week, Pisces. It's trying to tell you something. There is a devil in the midst. And now I feel like there is somebody that may be trying to control you emotionally. That's my intuition around that devil person. But it is time to release that, relinquish it, set yourself free, because you've got the full energy. You are being invited to walk a new path, a path that's going to see ships coming in, successes and achievements in the future. But it starts with releasing this energy here. So let's go to your oracle card and read that first. Trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? That annoying niggling feeling, the inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling, try as you might, it's there. And it's not going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face that niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way, the relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in our shoe. So what is that shift that needs to happen for you, Pisces? What is that decision, that relationship, that conversation? What is it that you're not facing? What is it that you're not addressing? Now, there is a possibility that you may not be aware of what that actually is, because you could be in the midst of somebody that's manipulative. Sometimes we don't know, when somebody is manipulating us, because they can be so darn good at it. However, I do think that you've had intuitions about a situation, and you need to trust that. Whatever the feeling is that's in your gut, in your heart about the situation, the universe is telling you that you've been correct and it is right. Now, it doesn't have to be a person that's manipulating. Devil energy can also be addictions, debt situations, any kind of the trappings of life. So it can even be overspending or being addicted to ego-driven activities like materialism. Can be codependency in a relationship, even in the workplace. Being stuck in a job because of the money, not being able to let go, and it keeps us trapped. It's the trappings, the pleasure trappings and that sort of thing. But together with the Queen of Cups, my strong intuition around this is it's somehow controlling you emotionally. Maybe some of you have been on a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Maybe some of you are unable to achieve what the Queen of Cups can do. Now, the Queen of Cups is the master of emotional self-management. She chooses when she lets out these emotions that she carries in this beautiful gilded cup. She doesn't allow somebody else to upset her, to be passive-aggressive around her, to manipulate her, to trigger her. She stays in control, even when the waters of life, the emotions are getting tumultuous, are getting heavy. She stays calm, compassionate, unshakable, and stable. So you are being asked to evoke that energy this week, Pisces. I do think there's the link to this situation in terms of it has disrupted your emotional balance or harmony in some way. And it's time for you to work on your stability and security, but from a place of self, to detach from situations that are no longer working for you. Now, with the devil energy, some of you might be aware of what it is, and there is the message of remaining attached to it voluntarily. You can see the lovers here in the card. They have the chains around their neck, but these chains are actually loose enough that they could free themselves, but they choose to stay because they're kind of hypnotized by that devil. So yes, somebody could have you almost under their spell, or you might know that you're under, the illusion of some pretender, but there might be a payoff for the cost for you. So that could look like not wanting to leave a toxic relationship because financially it's going to be difficult on your own, or you'll need to split up home and assets. In the workplace, it can look like going along with the agendas of others, as they might not be positive ones, but the job is good pay packet and that kind of thing. It's a little bit of like, selling the soul here, I'm feeling. The thing is that that's unsustainable in the long term, Pisces. So why not rip off the band-aid now and free yourself from the situation? Because we do see a beautiful new beginning that's really bursting to come through for you. And I think this is the week where you are going to be called to do that. And because we have no towers, we have no Ten of Swords endings or anything like that, I feel like it's going to come from you, Pisces. I really feel like you're the one that's going to stand up and say, you know what, no more. I want change and I'm demanding it. So with the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in the current position, I feel like by cutting yourself free from the situation, there is greater security and stability to be found from an individual aspect, not from joining your energy codependently with someone else. So that Page of Swords can be that wind of change, or the beginnings of progress, the beginnings of freeing yourself from the situation. Yeah, it can be also a younger air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini that's in the mix somehow. But it can just be through your own doing as well, starting to really see what's going into the situation, distance yourself, start cutting the energetic ties, stop engaging with the person, and really focusing on facts and truths instead. And also, communication as well. Like in the Trust the Niggle Oracle, it said, what is that conversation that you're not having? Well, the Page of Swords is also about being the messenger of communication. So some of you might want to have an honest and frank conversation with that person and just say, hey, I see this for what it is, and I'm not engaging with it anymore, or I'm making these changes for myself because I deserve something that's stable and secure for myself. What I also see in that Four of Pentacles is the need to release the grip on the situation. Because some of us, we really hold on to situations that are not working for us because the familiarity and sometimes the fear of the unknown is worse than a situation that might be toxic. Because over time in a toxic situation, most of us usually develop coping mechanisms. It doesn't mean to say it's not harming us, but we might protect ourselves in some ways from it. But I think that you are being invited to loosen your grip because you can build that stability and security on your own, Pisces. And then coming in, if you're able to start freeing yourself from that situation, release the grip, look at this. The Fool and the Three of Wands. Now, the Fool seems to be making an appearance quite a bit at the moment, which is great because we're starting a new year and a new decade. So you are being asked to walk a new path, Pisces. Now, first of all, the Three of Wands, the Three of Wands is about somebody who has decided to turn their back on a situation that's not working for them. This person here, the young Emperor, is not looking back. He knows he's all about forward movement and forward vision, and that's what he's focusing on. He's ready to manifest new direction in his life. He has a firm grip on the Ace of Wands, meaning he's ready to do what it takes. He's ready to take the inspired action required to bring about the change that is going to see the successes and the achievements coming in the future. So you can see these ships on the horizon here, and no, they haven't landed yet. They're still a way off, but there is the real promise that they're going to deliver because you've done your bit. And when you've done your bit, the universe often meets you halfway. So, you're setting up the pattern, laying the foundation for real success, whether that happens in 1 month or 6 months or at the end of the year here. And with the Fool, guys, beautiful card, biggest card of new beginnings in the tarot. The Fool is inviting you to take a leap of faith, to trust your gut and start walking a new journey even though you don't know where the destination is heading. You don't know where that path is leading. So this could be like, freeing yourself from a job without another one to go to, but trusting that path is going to open up for you. Leaving that relationship, moving houses, just having that trust, hope and faith. And I know not everyone is necessarily able to do that, but it can just be, having the trust that it's all going to work out as long as you're taking that inspired action. It asks you to make clear instinctual decisions for yourself, to keep a solid footing as you move through this journey, and to, just take the limited baggage from you. You know, if there's been hurts in this situation or negative words said, or you know how it is, try not to carry that with you in your energy field. Try and release it, because that just, starts self-perpetuating cycles. We have the link to the Sun card, meaning I really feel that you will be guided and have that element of divinity. I mean, this is the opposite almost from the Devil. It's bright, it's sunny, it's about forward movement. It's not about staying stuck or being held. And I think it's going to be transformative for you, Pisces. It's there's real growth to be had. Some of you might actually be releasing a karmic partner or a karmic contract, and that's done now, and you're really being called to move on with a head held in the air and a light heart and a light load as well. That is the message of the Fool. And what I love about the Fool as well is the message of reconnecting with your rebel heart, which for me means, really inquiring into your higher self. What is it that you truly desire now? What direction do you want to go in? What home do you want to live in? What relationship do you want? What new job do you want? And really starting to line yourself up for that, with that, and go for it. Some of you might have had to make great sacrifices with that Devil energy to ride on someone else's coat hangers, or march to somebody else's drum. But this is about you beating your own drum now and heading in your own direction, because it's going to serve you even better. Pisces, it could be a big week, but I wish you all the best with it. Please do keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm not saying everybody's week is going to play out like this. Do leave me a comment if you'd like to share how it's unfolding or if it resonates with you. Always love to hear, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.